Akron takes on Western Michigan, 7 o'clock Eastern kickoff Tuesday night. The Western Michigan Broncos are minus 26. Total is 62. And if you want to see which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at brockpage.com. We're currently hitting at 67% in our last 15 NFL tier package picks on that page. We're also hitting at 61% our last 24 NFL tier package picks in that very same category. We currently have over 805 members who are signed up and active on that site. And once again, if you want to see which one of these free YouTube picks on this channel that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at brockpage.com. But despite being favored by 4 scores in this one, Western Michigan has done a really poor job against the number here recently. They're just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 ball games. They also lost 3 out of their last 4 outright. The Broncos are giving up nearly 30 points a game. They're also 108th in fourth quarter points allowed at home. They're taking on an Akron squad who successfully covered the number in 3 out of their last 4. The Zips do have the ability to slow things down. They're currently in the top 20 in offensive time of possession. Meanwhile, defensively, D-back Charles Amankwa has 3 interceptions from this secondary, along with 6 PBUs. Meanwhile, Jeslord Boateng is leading the team in tackles with 60. Now, injury-wise, Nelson and Qualls are questionable for Akron. Borski and Garner are questionable for Western Michigan. Now, total-wise, 3 out of the Broncos' last 5 home games got over the line. Meanwhile, the Zips are 3-1 to the over in their last 4 on the road. I'm going to lean toward the Akron Zips plus 26 and the over 62. Next matchup, Buffalo, Miami, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Miami, Ohio's minus 7.5, totals 57. Now, I know Miami's favored here, but Buffalo won 2 out of their last 3 games. 39 points a game they averaged during that stretch. As a matter of fact, Buffalo is in the top 25 in the country in rush yards per game on the road. Dylan McDuffie's rushed for 766 yards and 9 touchdowns. The junior running back is averaging 5.5 yards a carry. The Bulls are in the top 5 in second quarter scoring on the road. They're taking on a Miami team who failed to cover in 3 out of their last 4 ball games. The Red Hawks are also just 2-5 against the spread in their last 7. Miami ranks 120th in pass yards allowed per game at home. They're also 91st in second quarter points are allowed. Now, injury-wise, Miami, Ohio is relatively healthy at this point in the season. Meanwhile, Buffalo's got Van Treese, Marks, Ruiz, and Michelle listed as questionable. Now, total-wise, 7 out of Buffalo's last 10 meetings with Miami got over the total. Meanwhile, the Red Hawks saw 2 out of their last 3 get over the line. I'm going to lean toward Buffalo plus 7.5, over 57. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup. Ohio versus Eastern Michigan, 8 o'clock Eastern start time. Eastern Michigan's minus 6.5, total 60. Now, the Eastern Michigan Eagles have won 3 out of their last 4 ball games, 4-2 against the spread in their last 6. Eastern Michigan is averaging 35 points a game, and they rank in the top 20 in third quarter scoring. Ben Bryant's completing nearly 70% of his passes, and he's thrown for nearly 2,200 yards. Wide receiver Hassan Beydoun has 730 receiving yards, along with 3 scores. Meanwhile, defensively, EMU's in the top 30 in second quarter points allowed at home. They're taking on an Ohio club who lost 3 out of their last 4, and they currently find themselves just 2-7 straight up overall for the season. The Bobcats are 106th in scoring on average per game, and they're throwing for a pitiful 110 yards a game on the road. Meanwhile, defensively, Ohio's allowing over 226 rush yards a game on the road as well, and they're giving up 32 points per contest in that same category. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Ohio's last 4 road games fell under the number, 6 and 3 to the under for the entire season. Meanwhile, Eastern Michigan saw 4 out of their last 7 meetings with Ohio fall under the line as well. I'm going to lean toward Eastern Michigan minus 6.5, under 60. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Powered to you by my website at brockpage.com, where we are hitting at 67% in our last 15 NFL tier package picks. I like Akron plus 26 over 62. Buffalo plus 7.5 over 57. Before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we are hitting at 67% in our last 15 NFL tier package picks on brockpage.com. I'm going to lean toward Eastern Michigan minus 6.5 and the under 60. And with that, guys, now it's time for our shout out of the day. And that's going to go to Ninja Chris, who said the other day, "Looking good, my guy. Hope we win tonight." And of course, hey, I'll take the compliment where I can get it. Man, woman, dog, animal, doesn't matter. Hey, if you're saying I'm looking good, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. But anyway, always good to see Ninja Chris in the comment section. I'll tell you what, Ninja Chris, he's been with me as a viewer and a commenter for years now, probably since the beginning. We started this thing back up in 2016, and 5 years later, knock on wood, still going pretty strong here. So anyway, Ninja Chris, he saw the progression and he saw this thing grow, and certainly he deserves some kudos and a shout out. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on brockpage.com. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on that website, just keep in mind we utilize the Patreon platform. So Patreon's going to bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today on that website, you're going to get access to those picks that you signed up for all the way through the end of November. If you continue to opt in, you're going to get billed at on December 1st, but you can opt out at the end of the month as well. You can opt out anytime. Just know that, when you pay for a membership, you get access to that content through the end of November. I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Monday to you, or Tuesday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you, and I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at brockpage.com.